concerns people have, which is why I'm thinking, why should we do anything as India is just going to prevent it?
Maybe next time
Good afternoon, everyone. And I have the hardest task, I think, because we had very good lunch, and I myself is very sleepy, I can tell. So I'm relying on all of you. Write down questions so you can ask the panelists, and we have great panelists here. And I think this panelist they're all practitioners, so we'll get very rich information from these panelists. As you can see that the name of the panel is Partnership Models for Energy Finance, and this is very appropriate because the whole theme of this summit is partnership against poverty. And I was thinking about partnership, that actually partnership is very important from home front, as you can all understand, to for MFIs. We have seen that how important partnership is. We know that our banks, they are the main partners for microfinance institutions. And when we talk about energy finance, bank is important. In addition, we have also energy enterprises. They are also important. So there's another important. So in this panel, what we like to do is we like to understand from the panelists that what kind of partnership this MFIs, and also we have product companies that they are having. And when you identify a partner, what are the key elements that you like to see in those relationships? And also what makes a partnership successful? That's what we like to see. So that's the idea. And as I said in the beginning, that our panelists, they're all come from, they're practitioners, so they will talk from their experience. And being in microfinance for many, many years, and I know personally almost all of you, that I think we understand, we relate more when practitioners talk to practitioners in their language. So that's the language, I would encourage all of us to talk and really learn from each other, because this is an area, I think we saw in the morning statistics, that while microfinance has reached a very large number, whereas energy, that's not really the case. So here is the challenge that we have. So that what Govind was saying, that he was studying and Herman, right, Govind, and it reminded me that I had the same problem, and I'm sure Gojda, you have the same issue. So many of us, and still people are having that. So having said that, I just want to quickly introduce the panelists. I have Aravind here, and Aravind is from Greenlight Planet. He's the manager for partnership development, and he has worked in consulting companies, and also he has been working in Greenlight Planet. And and you can see, you can read his bio, but I see that he's a person, and he's working with some of our partners. I've seen that he's really passionate about the clients that he works with. I'm talking about end user clients. So that's one thing I think that's the quality that I see. It's important, because we talked about heart in this this morning. So I think that he has, and also he understands microfinance quite a lot, which is a plus point. And then we have Mihir, and Mihir is from IGS Basics in India, and Mihir has a long career, and most of his career he spent on livelihood development, and rightly so, he is also doing the same thing as a managing director of Basics in IGS. And then we have Suresh, and he's the managing director and co-founder of Grameen Kuta, and that's one of the well-known reputed microfinance institution in India. I think I don't have to say more about Suresh. And then at the end I have Raymond, and Raymond is from NWTF, and NWTF is the organization from Philippines in Bacolod actually, and Cecilia is here. They are the pioneer in microfinance in Philippines, and also they have pioneered energy finance in the Philippines. So, I'll not talk much about this panel. Rather, what I'll do is I will ask each panelist to really give us an idea about their business model, what they're doing, so that the audience understand what kind of model they're offering, and then we will ask specific questions. And you have seen in the morning that we have specific question to the panelists, and then I'll open it for the floor. Okay, so that's the format. So if you can just talk about your business model, where you're working, outreach, and those things.
As most of you would know by now, Greenlight is a company that manufactures and distributes solar lanterns across 30 countries. Till date, we've reached out to more than 1 million customers. And we had a modest beginning in 2008, and our first products hit the market in 2009. Having said that, we have some amazing board members, one of them being Kumar, the founder of ZS Associates. This is one of the world's largest sales and marketing consulting firms, and they consult a lot of pharma majors in US, specifically on issues pertaining to Salesforce. And he has an interesting quote, which kind of is our unofficial motto, which says that product is king, but distribution is God. And that's pretty much what we focus in Greenlight Planet on, developing distribution channels, and of different kinds, not just one specific kind. Currently, we, for reporting purposes to the board or for internal understanding, we divide it into two parts. The first part is called Direct to Village, wherein we use village level entrepreneurs as the last point of sale. And we currently have around 3,000 of these spread across 3 states in India. This is in Uttar Pradesh East, which is a state in itself. Although Uttar Pradesh is really big, it's probably bigger than a lot of countries. It's probably the 7th largest country in the world if it became independent. It has 335 million people living over there, which is roughly the size of the United States. Right. So we have UP East, we have Bihar, and we have Orissa, and this is where we have village level entrepreneurs. These are commission-based agents who are also put on incentives program to help them get a lot more motivation to sell these likes. And then it does not end there. We also have a lot of people on our payroll who manage these village level entrepreneurs. We have people at what in India is called a block level. This is basically a collection of, it's an administrative unit. It's a collection of a significant number of villages. And then we have someone at a district level, someone at a province level, someone at a state level. And currently we have around 400 of our employees focusing on running the VLE channel. And these are team leaders, district managers, regional managers, zonal managers. And then we also have a support staff, which is the sales strategy operation and the logistics function, the finance function, who support and ensure that this system keeps running and keeps getting better. Having said that, we did not get it right the first time. I don't still think we've got it 100% right even today. But the focus is to keep evolving the system and figure out how do you cover the last mile. Because in India, as far as we're concerned, it's easy to get the products to a nearest town, to the nearest small town. But it's very difficult for the product to move from there to a village. And which is where we think the village level entrepreneurs play a very, very key role. Apart from this, we have another channel called, or another team called Global Partnerships. We're currently 11 people in this team spread across Ghana, Nairobi, and Bombay. What this team does is twofold. One is in areas where our own channel, the TTV channel or VLE channel is present, we figure out a way to have partners around this channel. And it's very important not to just go ahead and partner with anyone, but to partner with select key strategic clients so that at no point do our VLEs cannibalize our partner sales or our partners end up cannibalizing our sales. Right? So this is one part of what the global partnerships team does, is to have partnerships, and in very simple words, in very industry words, this could be called an alternate channels approach. That we have a main channel, let's have another alternate channel or multiple alternate channels. MFIs being the key kind of partners. The other part that the global partnerships team does is we explore unexplored areas, or in other words, where we don't have a presence through VLEs, we will find partners with whom we will work. And this could take on a much, much larger meaning. So for example, in Bihar, we might never ever start a parallel VLE model. We'll never have a parallel village level entrepreneur, but would much rather prefer partnering with MFIs or grassroots NGOs, IGS being one of our really good partners in Bihar. What the other side is to figure out where could we go, and this is how we are present in 30 countries. In every place apart from these 3 states, we are present through partners, and these could be large country level distributors with whom we constantly work and engage with them to facilitate downstream business development, to get their models right. And if in one nutshell, what Greenlight Planet does is figure out distribution models